Fire up hearts for truth. Oh my God, some of this finally went down from the silent military grade explosion from 5 years of military grade. They were using Jew devices on every side of our house at Brentwood. These were old county workers and ex-police. One works at the college as security. Well, I'm here to complain and to express, and probably it's going to be mostly would be labeled as doomsdaying. So before we get into any of that, it's very important that you find Jesus Christ as your Savior during these trying times. If you hate God, you have a lot of work to do. By September 1st, most of America is going to be destroyed and our government is going to be all done. And there's going to be a huge mess to clean up. The level of whatever is going on, explosions, so they're calling them sonic explosions, these things are not stopping. Every single day it's going to get worse, just like it's been. And then somewhere around fall, definitely September 1st, is a pivotal moment. There is going to be a rebuild. So there, I'm giving you the positive. There's going to be a rebuild. It's going to be brand new with the Lord. But my main focus today, in this shortest possible video, because no one watches them anyways, is your endurance for the summer. I don't know how you're doing, but when I see violent killer cops being celebrated and enough people forgetting or literally did believe that the Floyd death was drug-induced, it terrifies me that there's people with that mentality in this country. It's those things that makes it difficult to want to stay loyal to this country, and it makes me want to think about finding a new country because of the high level of apparently bigoted racists still dwelling in this nation. So, but see, to me, the good part of the collapse is most of these evils are going to be destroyed. Unfortunately, many innocent bystanders and fighters of freedom are also going to lose their life. So that is another reason why it's extremely important to get grounded in Creator God at least, please. This is going to be the summer of death still. And it won't look like there's much on the horizon, but there is. There is. So I'm going to touch on the defeat of Thomas Massie, the fraud of it. I'm only going to touch on it. I'm going to be honest. Didn't know much about him. Really wasn't paying much attention to key, like I call them the actors. Since before 9/11, I lost full faith in the whole system. So I was teetering on it in high school because of the incessant wars. There's never not been a war that America was meddling in and killing people since I was born. And before. Warmongers. So, I'm not saying that Massie was a warmonger. Please, 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 let's stay on track here. I don't know enough about Massie. He was undefeated. I think he was probably one of the best, one of the good ones left. And the reason I wasn't in shock that they ousted him is because our country has been taken over for a long time by evil entities, evil government, evil, evil, evil. And even if you didn't see the evil then, I did. And not that that matters. I'm just saying, I saw it unfolding. I took pretty seriously the preemptive programming Hollywood movies did, like robot movies and alien movies. I didn't watch a lot of them. It's not my thing. Because I felt that sometimes they were slipping in truth. And so when I would watch the cool, like, robot movie, and then the robot goes rogue, and then they can't kill it, that was enough for me. See, so I'm a quick learner in certain ways, but I'm not a quick learner when it comes to liars, deceit, corruption, and people who destroy other people's lives. That tends to be a real sore spot for me. So I saw, like, what was being, like, kind of told to us in the Hollywood's realm. The little bit I saw of the political realm. A lot of me checked out from the realms with Cerns and Hart and the development of cell phone towers and things. I figured we'd probably be alright with dial-up and wire connect. It would keep some of society still connecting on an emotional, intellectual level, like together as human to human. Not like this. Because this isn't human to human. As much as we want to make it that, it's not. It's fake. And it's not real. And it doesn't satisfy the human longing for connection. It salivates that want or need to belong or be loved or be seen, but it's a false reality. And people are basing their judgment on others for who they have subscribed and who they don't. And 90% of the population doesn't even know who their local whistleblowers are or anything. They don't know anything about who the government came up against and fucked up their social media platforms, ousted them, blocked them, outlawed them. It's a sick society. I don't want any part of it. I haven't wanted any part of it for a long time. Doesn't make me superior. I just saw where it was going from a little girl. And I was plagued with that ability. I don't think it made my life easier in any way. And it actually made the suffocation and control in the household I came from even worse upon my life. Once I figured out logistics of food production in high school, middle school, to the rate of thrown out food, homelessness, and starving people, and just in America, I was done with the government. The amount of still bad deals gone wrong, abuse upon the original people of this continent, still going on, and was going on. I had no faith in the government. I believe there was very good things about the Constitution, but that probably there was some stuff that needed to be looked at to solidify the autonomy and the power of the people, and to keep the government in their rightful place, assistance to the people. Below the people. I'm going to say it. Below the people. Below the people. Because guess what? You put all of us below you, and God is going to let North America, especially America, get blown up. And it's getting blown up. And whoever's left, starting this fall, will be the ones that rebuild it. But every day you're going to see more people walking out of the cabinet in Washington, D.C. And every day you're going to see some of them fleeing the country because they know what's coming. And they're going to leave us here, high and dry, like they already have for decades. We were never supposed to be fully reliant on the government to trust them. A certain form of government was supposed to be intact to keep some kind of law and order. But that's not what's going on. Killer cops are being celebrated. Killer cops aren't getting proper sentencing. Killer cops are winning. And pretty soon, God's winning. But the way he's going to win, it's going to be a devastation on this country. It has to be. He has to remove the evil. He has to do an ultimate cleanse. And I have repeated this so many times. I don't know why I'm even wasting my time. 3 views? Unless I have a lot that are incognito. I guess the 3 views, that should be enough. That should be enough to satisfy you. Although my warnings are like for an entire... it doesn't matter. Some of us are going to be left here to rebuild. And most likely, if the government's been trying to kill you for a long time, intermittently with the doctors, and you're still alive, you're probably one of them that's going to help rebuild. I mean, I'm not saying that you won't be the one to check out with the rest of everyone that's going to be removed from America by tyrants that God's allowing. He can't let the Islamic takeover keep going. It's here in Michigan. I can't believe how it's being hidden. But I know it's because it's one of the final states of the dumping ground for bodies with the trafficking. So they've had to keep Michigan really tight, wrapped, not let them out in the media much. That's why. And the violent cops. We, in Michigan, I can guarantee, I can stand on this, 90% more stalking violent cops than safe cops. You're not safe in the hands of the cops here in Michigan. Don't take your chances and hoping you get the good cop to pop up, because he's far and few between. What other doomsday news can I give? It's gonna be like the summer of terror, as it is right now, but worse. So, God is allowing the full cap off, meaning the cap's off. It's gonna go completely to full explosion mode, and it's not gonna stop. And we'll probably be on our hands and knees crying and yelling by September 1st for some of this to go away, to stop. If we rewind, where we're just rewinding a few 3 or 4 years, I'm not going to go back to the beginning of a lot of this devastation. Nothing was properly fixed down south. They're still getting hammered. The Ozarks have always been troublesome. The whole region of Mississippi has always had infrastructure and tumultuous times. Now we're seeing that at an ultimate high. The fires and explosions are fully out of hand. And it's on each side, which I had originally had, which we were being sardined. And then a lot of people would try to flood into other states in the midst of these being sardined in. And that's what's happening. And then there's just going to be a small fragment left. And I hope I'm wrong, entirely off base. But it seems pretty solid. It's a solid 3 months of utter hell and anguish. Morning, noon, and night, it's not going to stop. So you're going to have to find a way around it. And one of the biggest suggestions is not ingesting a lot of the information every day. Maybe even skip a day here or there. But what I find is the more days I skip, and then I might try to catch up. Not even catch up, just start where I left off. I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't have looked. But then there's that, part. It's like, no, you need to know what's going on. You need to know the progression of events. But I'd rather just, at this point, not know. Because I know. And I'm sick and tired, though, of people saying that this is going to just flip and turn around. No. No. It's a full wipeout. It's a full wipeout of America. And whoever's left standing, I hope we can find one another. Amen. Meantime, strengthen your faith in God and your trust.